Q101 Merritt's Music Mix. It's Corey with a Rockin River report. Aaron Pritchett, Canadian country music star, is going to help usher in Rockin River Music Fest on Thursday night. He joins me on the phone from somewhere in the British Columbia interior.
I'm actually in Creston right now visiting my mom and some family.
Oh, beautiful. You're just taking some time off during your busy summer schedule?
Yeah, I kind of planned it that way to take 3 weeks off at some point. I haven't had more than like 3 or 4 days off in the summer in a row. More than that for, I don't know, since 2001 or something. Oh, it's pretty crazy.
No kidding. Well, I was reading through your website, and I saw that you were on you're on the Icebreaker. What was it? The Polar Prince?
Polar Prince, yeah.
What was the deal with that?
Edition. Well, I was kind of invited to do that. It was more or less as an ambassador for music in Canada, and it was the first leg of 15 legs that go around the country, basically leaving Toronto and ending up in Victoria, BC, going up through the Northwest Passage in the Arctic. But I was on for the first 10 days.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing, and just learned so much along the way, and sort of an eye-opening experience.
Well, I would imagine you probably have not seen that part of the country before, had you?
Oh yeah, no, I only got to go from Toronto to Montreal.
Oh, okay.
St. Lawrence through Lake Ontario up to St. Lawrence, and so I've been through that area many times, and I've been to the Arctic a few times actually. So I know the area a little bit.
Yeah, it's not your first spin around the block, I guess.
No, definitely not. No, I've been as far north as you can possibly go on Earth.
You've been to Alert?
Alert, yeah, I've been to Alert. I went there in 2006, I think it was, 2005.
What? Why were you up there?
As a show tour with the military.
Man.
Yeah, got to play for the military up there. With, a comedian and some other people. So
that is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like, I guess speaking of just going places that you've been before, I mean, this is for Rockin River Music Fest. Like, this is not your first time to Merritt either.
No, I've been to Merritt as the Merritt Mountain Music Festival for many, many years, and both as an entertainer and a spectator. in a good way and in a really crazy fun way.
Well, that's why it doesn't exist anymore. Too much fun?
I don't know. I don't know if I should say that I had that much fun there, because I might get myself in trouble. But yeah, of course, it was always a blast.
What was like what standing out memory about playing here?
I think it was basically a 24-hour party there. You know, and I know from what I'm hearing from a lot of friends is that it's that same sort of feel as it was before. The Rockin River is now taken over in Merritt, and it's that sort of 24-hour nonstop middle of nowhere party, which is something I'm looking forward to again, and obviously playing to those people that get the luxury of camping there for the weekend. I'm
talking to Aaron Pritchett playing Rockin River on Thursday night. I know that you've got your new single, VW Bus, that's coming out next week. That's your birthday, isn't it? August 2nd?
August 2nd, yeah, is my birthday.
Did you plan that on purpose, or what's the scoop?
No, actually not. When the record label and I were talking about it, they were talking about which days of the week that we need to release it on, and Wednesday is the day to do it, typically. So they said, well, we're going to have to push it from, July to August, and the first day in August would be August 2nd. I said, well, that just happens to be my birthday. Well, that's great. That adds to the story.
And is it Gertie that you're talking about?
Yeah. Gertie's our VW bus that we had to 1973 Westphalia. And we love her. She's been amazing. And, she's even through her little broken arms and broken legs that she's had.
Well, I saw you had posted recently that she was all hooked up to a tow truck. Was that on the island too?
Yeah, that was Vancouver Island. We had just done a show in Nanaimo and drove some of our crew back to the airport. And just as we were getting back there, she broke a cable, and whatever. I mean, that's the kind of thing. We're Saskatoon for the Canadian Country Music Association's awards weekend conference in September, so she's got to be in tip-top shape. So that kind of thing couldn't have happened then. It's got to happen now, thankfully, and we were close to home too. So
well. And speaking of which, you are nominated Male Artist of the Year for that's coming up in September too. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's been, I think the last time I was nominated was 8 years ago, in 2009. So sort of a long time coming, and nice to have a little resurgence over the last year, just over a year, I guess.
Well, no kid. Yeah, like I mean, it just shows like you're like you said, you've only taken a few days off here and there since 2001, so you're working hard for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch gears on you real quick before I let you off the hook, though. But being a Canucks fan, I know how much that you are a Canucks fan, and actually, I have to say that my intern Katie here at Q101, she was just gleaming. I told her that I'm going to be talking to Aaron Pritchett later. I was like, oh, ask him what he thinks about Markstrom being the starter this season.
You know what? I think it's great. I was never a fan of old what's his face, to be honest.
Exactly. Yeah. What's his face? Who cares?
I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. Never was a fan. Sure, maybe a nice enough guy, but not a fan of his goaltending. So I'm really excited about Markstrom. And you know what? The team's probably not going to be that great this year. They're going to play. They're going to try hard, no matter what. I just really want to see these youngsters play. And I would go to the games. It doesn't matter if they lose. I would still go to the games no matter what, win or lose. But I really want to see these young guys playing. As long as they're trying, that's all that matters.
Yeah, well, you gotta rock it out if you're gonna make it in the big leagues.
That's right.
Before I let you go, I had read that you were big time influenced by 80s rock, and I love 80s rock too. Who are your big influences on that side of the coin?
You know what? It goes on and on and on, but I would say most influences were like Van Halen, Def Leppard, AC/DC.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, the list just literally goes on and on and on. Motley Crue is a huge influence of mine, and you can hear it in my music, actually.
All right, well, you're hitting the stage. You got the night, like 10:30 Thursday night, kicking off the whole festival. I love that.
Yeah, we go hard. Our show is nonstop, in-your-face sort of country rock. That's the way I've always done it. I played the clubs for a long time, and I know what the people want to hear, and I think that's why they keep coming out to shows, is that they know what they're going to get with me. It's a high energy, nonstop, fun show, and we start with a bang and we end with a bigger bang.
Beautiful. All right, Aaron. Well, I'll let you go. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak to me today.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Aaron Pritchett joining me on the phone from his parents' place in Creston, BC. He's going to be playing Rockin River Music Fest on Thursday night at 10:30. If you missed any of this interview, you can listen back to it on Q101.ca. You click on that videos tab and you'll find all the artist interviews that we are conducting, not just with Rockin River Music Fest, but everything else that's happening in and around the Nicola Valley. Q101.ca.